Hello everyone. Monster Hunter Wilds is still about 1 year away from us, and while one side of me is saddened by this, I know it will be worth the wait. I really appreciate the devs taking the time, and I'm certain we'll receive a glorious new generation of Monster Hunter. But what does the community do until we get to play the new chapter? Well, obviously playing, replaying and keep playing one of the greatest Monster Hunter games of all time. There's absolutely no stopping Monster Hunter World, and while Sunbreak is definitely an amazing game as well, it is struggling in its own version of underwater combat with community praise and attention right now. So what makes Worldborn so amazing? The short answer, everything. The long answer, the game still looks incredible, and I think it always will. It has its unique style that would let me recognize it anywhere by any screenshot between a dozen different games. Textures, materials and characters look fresh as fuck. Every single locale is so beautifully and well thought out designed and gives you the feel of a proper ecosystem you are interacting with. Even without fighting, you can spend hours collecting all kinds of critters to display in your home, watch the lineons, take photos, go fishing or just take in the incredible views, no matter where you find yourself in the new world. The dense labyrinth-like ancient forest, the sandy dunes of the Wildspire Waste, the highest peaks of the Coral Highlands, or the rotting, stench-filled innards of the Rotten Vale. But before these detail-filled next-gen graphics, well, back then it was next-gen, this franchise was beloved for its unique combat and weapons, among a lot of other things of course. And the variety in weapons sure is something, like the light bowgun, and the heavy bowgun, and the bow. But do I need to say more than the combat in this game looks like this? The animation work, weapons and movesets are just so... Monster Hunter has this super satisfying fighting, no matter which weapon you play, hitting an EI counter with longsword, bonking a monster with a hammer, getting that huge number on a wake-up hit with greatsword, toppling monsters, drilling into a monster's face with switch axe, annihilating an entire ecosystem with the super amped elemental discharge of Chargeblade. I bet no one of you thought animal cruelty could be this much fun. Talking about animals, we cannot forget the true stars of this franchise, the monsters. From classic red fire-breathing wyverns like Rathalos, over dinosaur-inspired lightning brute wyverns like Fulgor and Jannath, all the way to elusive elder dragons like Elatrion controlling every element. There are so many creatures in this game alone, beyond imagination, to hunt and turn into a carpet. It is absolutely unreal. Honestly, I'd be baffled by anyone who knows the monsters of Monster Hunter and says he isn't impressed by the creature design. And this may be a hot take, but I think there's no other game or franchise that does creature design this amazing. Not saying there aren't any good games with amazing creature design, but the sheer variety, diversity and very importantly personality of the monsters is unmatched. Tell me in the comments if you believe there are better creature designs out there and I will tell you you are wrong and insult you for having your own opinion. We are on the internet after all, billions of people, but we can't have different opinions. Mentioning different opinions, the multiplayer and the community are another huge win for the franchise. You will always find somebody to play, you can create lobbies for specific monsters or quest types, there are plenty of discords helping you find hunting buddies. My own is currently in the making, but I'm a Discord boomer and I'm struggling a bit. The community is always friendly and helpful if you need specific parts of a monster, for example, or via the SOS system. You can get help mid-hunt if you are having difficulties. Alternatively, you can play the entire game, except for maybe 1 or 2 hunts, completely and 100% solo. Some other things I want to mention which makes this perfect Monster Hunter experience are, among other things of course, the content. I have 1300 hours on Steam and about 500 hours on PS4 and I am far from done. There's always people to help, new challenges to test your skill. Modding is also an option if you want to, with a thriving modding community, even though Capcom doesn't really approve of them. Some YouTubers use Monster Hunter World to make full-on documentaries and discuss topics like evolution, ecosystems, ecology and whatnot. It's crazy what amazing content on YouTube there is about this game, so you can indulge in this wonderful universe even after turning the game off after a way too long session. Summing everything up to a closing statement, it is just amazing how much this game offers, the quality of what it offers, what the community is like, the variety of gameplay approaches, the freedom of choice, the challenges you face, and all these things together just make this game a journey. From your first large monster to the most legendary and feared beasts in this universe. Creating your own path as a Sapphire Star, choosing your main weapon or becoming a jack of all trades, making friends while hunting with others, you name it. If you have never played Monster Hunter World and stumbled across this video and are watching this part of the video, if you find any smallest aspect of this game or the franchise even remotely interesting, buy it. It's for sale pretty much all the time, and my lord, you will not regret it. Don't be afraid of things like the mechanics of the game or whether you get enough playtime out of it. There's so much to discover, so many unique monsters to fight and fun to be had. Obviously, once Wilds drops, I will play the hell out of that game, but I think I will always come back to Monster Hunter World every now and then. And until 2025, I do want to introduce new projects to my channel, but will still regularly check out World and what is happening around it and the modding community, for example. Thank you guys very much for your attention. Be sure to share your thoughts on Monster Hunter World's success in the comments. All opinions are welcome, and happy hunting.